Hello and welcome back. Today we're digging a little bit deeper into AI and how it can really help your photography business. You can level up, you can think outside the box, and you can get just a little bit more creative without spending those countless hours on Google researching, coming up with all these different ideas that you've never thought about to help really implement things into your business in those terms of content writing, marketing, client experience. There's so many different levels that you can really help integrate into your business by using AI. It really has been such a game changer since I've been utilizing it in my business. I've been bringing it in multiple different ways, and I'm going to go through a couple of those with you today in the terms of social media, content writing, scheduling. All these things it's time consuming for your business. Hi everyone, my name is Kate Pattison and I'm a wedding and portrait photographer turned photography business coach. And I'm so stoked that you're here today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you come back with me every week and we will talk about ways to help improve your business, up level things, and bring in client experience. We talk about photography tips, tricks. I'll talk about lenses and gear and such like that. So there is always so much more information coming at you. So hit that subscribe, hit that like, and be notified every time there's something coming at you. Without further ado, let's jump in. First off, let's talk about implementing and using ChatGPT to its max to be able to improve your social media. Social media can be so valuable for your business, but it can be time consuming. And I don't know about you, but when I started my professional photography career, it was not to sit behind a computer and talk to Instagram and sit there for hours and hours and hours marketing my business, because I want to spend the time on my camera, in my editing, and just really bring it back to my clients. But this all snowballs through from getting your clients, and social media is one very powerful tool. So today we're going to go into depth on how you can help utilize ChatGPT and not just improve your client experience, but you're saving your time. You're going to be using a little bit differently and coming up with new ideas on how to market your business. If you haven't already logged into ChatGPT online, go online, log in, and play around, because it's like with anything. You get a little familiar, you'll get a little more comfortable as you progress. So I'm going to take you in. I'm going to do it a little, not even a deep dive, because you can go in the deep end with ChatGPT. It can give you so much information in seconds, and it can be overwhelming. But if we utilize it very specifically, especially for social media, like I'm going to go over today, you can really make it work for your business. So I want you to think of ChatGPT not as you don't want to copy and paste, because it's not yours if you do that. But what you can use is you can use it as a creative tool, as an assistant, if you will. And by giving it the right prompts and the right inputs, you're going to get that information back. And then you can utilize that with your voice, your brand voice, your style on things to be able to dive a little bit deeper with everything that you're doing. So I'm going to take you right now onto ChatGPT, and I've just opened a new window, and we're going to try some inputs, and you're going to see how this can really snowball throughout, from the starting process of social media down throughout content, right? Like, let's just deep dive. When we go onto social media, I spend a lot of my marketing time on Instagram. It's where it is just, that's where a lot of my clients are finding me. And so that's what this is going to be mostly targeted towards at the moment. So as a wedding photographer, I'm going to throw in a prompt here. As a wedding photographer, can you please suggest 5 items that my ideal client may like to, I can't type, to see on my Instagram account? And we'll see what it comes up with here. So right off the bat, this gives us an idea on where we can start putting our information and where we can start pulling these creative ideas from as to what content we want to start putting out onto our pages, onto our posts, to be able to attract and interest our clients. So obviously, beautiful wedding portfolios, that's a given, especially if you're a wedding photographer. If your photography is not at the level that they're expecting, they're going to click out and go somewhere else anyway. Behind the scene content, it's huge these days, especially with reels and video content. It's being pushed so hard these days. So having that content out there, showing a glimpse of behind the scenes photography and the process that you go through, because every photographer is different. They want to come and they want to see what you've got, what you can provide them, and sort of input themselves into your shoes, into their shoes. Client testimonials, they're so valuable because it gives people an insight as to what others' experiences was. Did they love things about you? Did you connect with them? And that's something that you can certainly highlight on your feed. Engagement photos, pre-wedding photo shoots, that gives people an idea on what they will get for their galleries, and it gives them a sense of comfort by seeing other people's. And educational content, this, I would maybe take that. I mean, for me, that works out well. But if I was starting out as a wedding photographer, that's probably something that I wouldn't jump to. But these are really great suggestions here as to things that you can implement into your posts to be able to attract your people. So we can take these. So I think numbers 1 through 4 are good options here. So then we can go in here and we can say, I always say please and thank you on my, I feel like it's learning me and might be a little bit nicer. Thank you. Can you please write 5 Instagram captions about the first 4 topics that my client would like to read. So you're going to come in here. Oh, look, they even put hashtags for me. And then you can pick and choose. So these are really, like, this is just a starting point. Capturing love stories, 1 frame at a time. It's pretty generic, but you can take that and you can then elaborate based on whatever photo you've chosen to use that with. And then you can pick and choose. You've got 5. I mean, you can ask for 100 if you like, but I would not want to read through 100 suggestions because I'm going to be making changes to these anyways. So we've got all these different suggestions as to things that you can do for behind the scenes, from setting the stage to editing the final frame. Each step counts. Take a journey behind the scenes with us. So that's pretty cool. You can throw those hashtags in if you like. Or what we could then do, we've got all these different suggestions. We can take those, personalize them, make them very suitable to your brand, to your business voice as well. And then we could even go in here and say, okay, thank you for those. Can you please recommend let's say 10 hashtags that are highly searchable on Instagram that would suit the niche of wedding photography. Ooh. Might take a typing course after this. Okay, so these are really good options. Now, when you are searching your hashtags, it's definitely beneficial for you to take these, put them into Instagram, because there is sort of a rhyme and rhythm as to what hashtags you use in the way of how many people have actually used that hashtag. If you've got like 1 billion or a few million people searching every one of those hashtags, you are going to get lost in the abyss. So you are going to want to take this and then do some strategic research in your actual Instagram for this. But this gives you some ideas. And, if you don't like these again, you can simply go over here and hit regenerate, and it will create another 10. Love story. Hold on. Oh, okay. So it just regenerated. So it changed it from what it was. And this is now giving you a few other options. So this is a really great starting point to start thinking like, okay, what else can I do without spending that time to do that? I mean, it's still very, very important, very powerful to do that research, but this gives you the starting point to be able to say, okay, I'm now going to go to Google. I'm now going to go to Instagram. I'm going to do my own research based on these content ideas. And then it will help you just really broaden your business and broaden your whole mindset to your marketing to your clients. So that took us, I don't even know, just a few minutes, and it's given us some really great ideas as to hear what we can put out for our clients, suggestions as to things that they're going to be interested in. It's given us content ideas as to what we could post, where our starting point is, and then hashtags as to what we can use for being able to target that audience. As always, I would never suggest copying and pasting because it's not yours. It might be AI. It might be in the sense of they're going to create something new and generate something different each time, but it doesn't mean it's yours. It doesn't mean it's yours as a brand voice. And that's what your clients are coming to you for. They're coming for you. So be you. And this is sort of that creative outlet, that think outside the box, your extra assistant that's giving you suggestions and ideas, and then you can take that and make it your own. So that's kind of given you a broad outline of how you can start using it for social media, for creating content and ideas and stuff like that. Other great ways is you can even deep dive a little bit more. And like I said, you can go in the deep end with this. You could be here forever and hours, but you can then go in and suggest, okay, when would a good time be for actually posting this content? How much content should I be posting? So, so we can ask it very simple prompts. So how often would be best to post on Instagram each week. Stumped it. There we go. Okay, there we go. So this is now giving you just extra information, which is really quite interesting. And it's just going to keep going sometimes. We're just going to have to stop on that sucker. So what do we got here? Okay, so posting at least 3 to 5 times a week. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. Quality over quantity. Know your audience. Experiment, adapt. Like this is so valuable in the sense of getting an idea and reminding and reiterating to yourself that just throwing content out there just to speak to anyone randomly is just not worth it. It's not going to get you who you want. Planning ahead, like this is super helpful. Okay, so why we can even then go back in here and say, do you have any suggestions on peak times to post these? I'm on the Pacific West Coast. There you go. So this is something you are going to want to take these times. You can go into your Instagram insights and you can see when your peak times are for your days, for the times of the day that you can post. And you want to really target your audience if you can in the way of scheduling. But this is, like I said, like this is just such a valuable tool to be able to give you those ideas and give you that starting point, because I don't know about you, but when I have a new idea in mind, going and researching my market in the sense of Google, I like everything. There's so many opinions out there, but this is a starting point. It gives you some ideas and you know how you can then utilize it. If you have a question, ask it. It'll give you an answer. Like I said, this today was talking mostly and prioritizing about social media in the sense of Instagram, but this can be utilized towards any platform, any marketing ideas that you have. You can just throw some information in there in the sense of, I have a question. Like you can even ask for it to meal plan for you. Like it's honestly like, please write a sample meal plan based on the general American at-home diet for 1 week. And it will write me a meal plan for that week super fast. There we go. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. My day is done. So there's so many cool things. Like it can be utilized for so many different ways within your business. You can use it for helping schedule your day, how to plan things, market things, content creation, marketing ideas, so many different strategies. There's so much. And I think it's very valuable to get in now, and when it is new, to be able to learn this with it as it goes, because I don't know if anyone really has any predictions as to how huge AI is going to get, but I think it certainly is the way of the future. I don't think it's going to take over things. We have to use it strategically, and we have to use it carefully within our business just to help, like I said, think outside the box, take us to that next level without overpowering what we do. ChatGPT, it's like a little tongue twister. ChatGPT is certainly one way of AI being able to incorporate that into your business, but there are other ways as well that I've certainly dabbled with over the summer because, like I said, I've got 2 kids, they're home for the summer, and life is nuts as a wedding photographer over the summer. So trying to find that balance and boundaries, I'm trying to be more efficient with my time. So I've tried a few different coloring options and also editing. And while I am not set on any one way, because honestly, there's not a love for any one of these softwares that I've used. There's a learning curve. There's something that I've been able to use and bring into my business that's helped me. So if you like this video and you found it super helpful, hit that subscribe button and come back to me next week, because we're going to be talking all about culling and editing and using some AI software such as Narrative Select, Imagen AI, and also Batch AI. I tried those over the summer, and I will tell you a little bit more about that, walk you through some of what I've been using and how I've utilized it, and if it's actually helped me or just took more time to learn it, decide I didn't like it, because that happens too. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope I will see you back next week to talk a little bit more about AI and leveling up your business.